Good afternoon and welcome to St Peter Mancroft. I'm Fiona Howarth, the Associate Priest. This is one of our series of lunchtime reflections which we offer every Wednesday afternoon, and I'm delighted that today it is being given for us by Revd Chris Engelsen, who is one of our compassionate chaplains during the Hidden exhibition. And if you're visiting the church, you're very welcome to continue looking around. Thank you. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you, and good afternoon, everybody. I have with me today a visual aid for this reflection. It's actually above me. You can't miss it. The Cube by Peter Walker, who has created this sculpture, and coming into church, you cannot miss it. It's the focus of this summer's event here at St Peter Mancroft, called Hidden. From June to the end of August this year, we are exploring hiddenness. Things that are hidden, not obvious, unnoticed, unacknowledged. Hidden stories, places, history, art, drama, music. But I think it's rather ironic that a project all about hiddenness has the cube which cannot be hidden. There it is. Yes, that I think is the whole point here. We are celebrating what can be shown, expressed, written about, shared in the many conversations between visitors, volunteers and chaplains, and not least, shared with God. Children and adults have written their own hidden messages here in church and sealed them forever in the coloured envelopes you see between the pillars. But they have nevertheless shared what they have expressed and written with God. Organisations working with those who are homeless have revealed in art their experiences for us to read and see in the banners and canvas blocks here. People, family, all ages have made masks to show their personality and to think about their hidden sides. Music has been performed containing hidden names. Visitors have found the more hidden parts of the church as they follow the trail around. And visiting schools have performed drama on the hidden theme. Hidden talents have been found at the craft table. Art students have shown their skills to the wider public here in church. And many people have come and lit a candle and made their prayer, offering what is hidden in their hearts or shared with loved ones to God, knowing they are heard, that they and those they pray for are noticed by God. For you see, if anything is to be revealed, seen, and known, it is also hidden. There's a dynamic going on between unseen and seen, known and unknown. Look at our cube. It's just a cube. Or is it? See on its sides the patterns that the coloured light reveals. Each one is a beautiful, unique pattern. We have a sunflower, we have a rose window, we have ancient Aboriginal patterns, we have geometry, we have patterns expressing our human relationships and connections, our history. No, it's not just an old block, it's alive with meaning and shifting colours. This beautiful church is made of many stones. Most of them are hidden, put there by people long ago whom we will never know. But here, in the cube, it's as if one of those building blocks has been extracted, brought out and made large for us to notice and to attend to. It's beautiful. It carries all this meaning as the light shines on it, and it seems light is shining from inside it as well. As you come into church today, you are like a building block, an important and precious person in the lives of those who love you and in the eyes of God. For know that the light of God shines on you and within to show and reveal your story, your gifts, your needs, your experience, showing that you are vital and precious in your world, your community and family, and in God's house. God wants to build us all into something beautiful, made of all our stories and the wisdom, sorrows and joy and love that we bring. In this holy place, let the uncelebrated be noticed, the unacknowledged pains be attended to, the beauty of people seen and their voices heard. Long ago in the 1st century, time of Jesus, Saint Peter, patron saint of this church, or certainly the community that Peter was part of, he who himself was called the Rock by Jesus, wrote, "Come and be built into a spiritual house like living stones." As Peter went on to say, Jesus, the glorious stone that was rejected and people tried to hide, has become the very head of the corner. We all have our own story, a story that may, like Jesus' own story of rejection and the cross, have sorrow, pain, rejection, but also, like Jesus' story of being raised and taken up into the light of heaven, shows we are loved, are of infinite worth, and that we are to be built up, to be healed, and find joy in the hidden beauty and love that is to be revealed. You see, here in church we celebrate that God shines out in Jesus, the cornerstone. And because he does, he will shine out in you, making us alive as precious beauty and holiness and love that is revealed. So, you are not just any old cube. You and anyone who comes to Jesus and lets his light and love shine on them are made a living stone as that light of God's love shines on us and from within. As we come into this church and see that there are patterns of stories, patterns of nature, patterns of things to fascinate us and inspire us, become alive as a living stone and know God wants to build you and all of us into loved and loving, beautiful people. A community of mystery and revelation, where joys and sorrows, wisdom and beauty are made known. All this is happening here in Norwich, a city of stories, whose history has brought forth Mother Julian and her revelations of God's divine love in the 13th century. Thomas Browne in the 17th century with his knowledge of sciences and medicine. The compassion of Elizabeth Fry's prison reforms, and Norfolk's own girl Edith Cavell, who showed compassion and courage in the First World War. Add to these many more stories, known and unknown, and add to these your own story and see how we are built up and woven and written and painted and sung and spoken and prayed into something amazing. The cube tells us that you and I are not just any old blocks, but as St. Peter wrote, you are God's own people called out of darkness out of hiddenness into God's marvellous light. So enjoy your visit, and God bless you here and at home, wherever you are watching. And God reveal to you all that is good and true. Thank you.